Hey everybody, welcome to Angelic Academy's Q&Angels. I am Stephanie Lodge. So excited to have you here. How are you, everybody? I know it's been a lot going on, so I am excited to be bringing you some Seraphim support. And for those of you who don't know about the Seraphim, we like to call them dragons. So welcome to the Diamond Dragons. They're going to be coming in here live and in living color. And what I mean by that is the energy of wisdom, the consciousness of the cosmic that is here to support us in every way possible as we are entering in what I call the Diamond Age. And anyway, so I'm just excited to get this started. I want to say I am Stephanie Lodge. I'm a quantum angelic advisor. I'm also known as the Hug Angel for those of you on social media. And I'm excited to have some of you who are here for the first time. And I want to welcome you to this beautiful place I call the Angelhood. This is not a brotherhood. It is not a sisterhood. It is an angelhood. And what I mean by that is we are here connecting as frequency first, energy first. That energy is love. That energy is trust. That energy is truth and integrity and morality and all that is good and whole and vital to life. So whatever you've brought into this space with me as your, let's call it personality, your ego conflicts, your judgments of others, whatever you've brought in, just let it go. In this moment, decide, you know what? I'm leaving it outside and I'm going to see what this is. What is this woman talking about? And maybe you will actually enjoy yourself. Wouldn't that be exciting? So let me just see who's in here with us already live, coming in live in the Angelhood here. Oh my goodness. Hello, Candy. Love you forever. I love that name, Candy. That's awesome. And Jeanette. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, sweetheart. I see your question. We'll get to the Q&Angels in a minute. So thank you for being here. Hello, Candy from Germany. Awesome. And again, I want to say, if you have questions for what I call the angelic light stream, please start asking in the chat. You can find that on YouTube because we will be taking the questions inside my YouTube studio, and that is Angelic Academy in YouTube. And I will put up a banner just so you guys can find that a little bit easier. You actually can go also to angelicacademy.com. That's probably the easiest way to do it. And you will find a menu item that says watch. And then you will find Q&Angels there. And that will take you right into YouTube, and you can find us live and chat with us and ask your questions of what I call the angels, which are essentially our higher conscious guides, the invisible forces that surround us that are benevolent and loving and full of grace and support as we move through some tumultuous times. We'll call it that. Okay, so please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would love to see more of you there, and I can also see your comments after the broadcast. And I would also like to say that if you haven't found me yet online, angelicacademy.com, of course, is the website, but you can also find the Angelhood. It's a private network, social sanctuary, really easy, theangelhood.com. Okay, so do that. Got all the business out of the way. I like to do this first and foremost because fundamentally it just takes people some time to get here. You know, they're grabbing their water, they're grabbing their essential oils, they're grabbing their crystals, they're grabbing whatever they need to grab to feel supported. So I want to give you guys all time to get here. Hi, Pam. Hi, Ron. Hello. And Ron's coming in with his AQ of 9. AQ is your angelic quotient. Okay, this means where's your frequency at? How high vibe are you? So he's coming in with a 9. Nice to see that. Hi, Star Angel, Silver Queen. Hi, beautiful souls. Yay, Amy. Hi, Amy. Okay, Mary. Hello, love. Hi, Stav. Hello. For those of you who don't know, Stav is my partner in shine here in the Angelic Academy and the Angelhood. So she'll be helping me out and kind of summarizing periodically as she sees fit if there's anything that strikes her to do so. So thank you, Stav, in advance for helping and supporting as always. Oh, boy. All right. So we are at the 6:10 mark. This means we should have some Facebook rolling in. We should have some YouTube rolling in. And I want to just welcome all of you. And for those of you, again, just joining, this is Stephanie Lodge. I am going to be guiding us through a process I call Q&Angels. Q&Angels means you get the questions out, and I will answer them through that guidance that I receive. I'm a conduit of living light. What does that mean, living light? That means not the stagnant stuff that is old school, that is maybe based in religious dogma or anything that is old traditions, old paradigm. We are bringing in live and in living color the broadest bandwidth and the freshest frequency on demand. And so I am versed in many, I would guess you could say, frequencies of bandwidth. Okay, I work with 12 bandwidths to be exact. And these you can see as color spectrums, okay, kind of like a rainbow. And what I do is I weave them together. I bring them into my vessel, my suit, if you will, my body. And what happens is I pretty much I'm decoding or deciphering those transmissions very rapidly. And I've trained to do this for over 15 years. So what I do is pretty unique in the sense that it's always been a living light stream. It's never been something where I tune in and I'm accessing other timelines or things like that so much as I'm working with what is most relevant right now in this moment of now. I also work with what you would call the seraphim. The seraphim are the dragon tribes, as many like to call them, and these are a new, relatively new revelation for a lot of people who are hypersensitives or extra sensitives, okay? And what I mean by that is people who are clairvoyant, claircognizant, clairsentient, right? You know things, you don't know how you know them maybe, or you see things, maybe you have prophecy. But the most important thing I know is they have a more grounded, powerful force of energy that is here to support us. And they are extremely protective. They are extremely wise. You can kind of see them as the architects of the planet. You can kind of see them as that energy of the mama bear that's like, I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. They do have that energy sometimes. So for those of you who are feeling intensity coming into your body lately, this is because this frequency is going up, all right? So I want to talk about that a little bit tonight, but I want to first get your questions, get those out of the way. And then what I'm also going to do for those of you who are familiar with timelines, parallel realities, multiple dimensions, we are kind of scrambling between different timelines right now. I like to say there are pushes and pulls, okay, in the frequency of reality, of what we think and what we create. I like to say that our currency, our most valuable currency, is our consciousness. And there's a lot of people vying for that, vying for your attention, paying a lot of money to get your attention. This is where our media comes in, our films, television, programs of music. Everything is here in this playground called Earth, okay, within certain entertainment spectrums or media news spectrums to pull your attention, pull your consciousness to it. And this is really important for you to understand. If this is totally new information to you, I understand it can be a little bit odd, but for those of you who are totally with me, what I'm going to say is right now, there is a massive tug of war for where you place your attention. So what I know is it's really important to go to the highest vibration, highest standard that you can pull into your mind at any given time to hold the best vision for your life, to hold the greatest dreams that you've ever dreamt for yourself and your loved ones, and really hold that as your standard. And if anything comes in to lower your vibration, lower your frequency, lower your mood, makes you triggered, somebody comes in and just hits you the wrong way and you're just not happy, keep in mind that it's important, and it's more important than ever, to move out of their field, to move away from them if necessary, to go outside, to take a breath and get your frequency up again, okay? I call this your bounce rate. Bounce back up as quickly as you possibly can right now, okay? We are in the final stages of 2020. This means this is going into the final hours of this year, if you will. November, December is going to be a very tremendously transformative time for people. A lot of revelations of things, a lot of frequency coming in to support us and elevate our consciousness, to get us out of fear, to get us out of just a general feeling of uncertainty and anxiety. There are many people who right now are processing things out of their bodies So if you're one of those people, I highly recommend working on getting rage out of your body. When you get the rage out of your body, it'll take care of some of the fear and anxiety and grief automatically, okay, when you go straight to rage. So I don't have time to get into all of what that is because I do that in my private circles, but what I want to say is it's an important thing to look into. Somatic release, things of that nature are helpful. You can also just punch pillows, go out in your car and scream and get it out of your body. But however the body needs to release that frequency or energy that's just so corrupted because you've been taking in so much of what the news has been telling you, anything about the corona or the crown of thorns, as I like to call it, that's like wreaking havoc on your system. Super important that no matter what is occurring in your reality, that you don't drop into fear about it, okay? And I know that's hard to say. It's easier said than done. I get it. We're going to be working on that tonight. We're going to be working through some energies. I'm going to be bringing in some meditation process to assist us. But right now we are at a crucial point, okay? We are in 11/22/22. So that is a 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I think that's 5 twos. Is that 5 2 stuff? I think it is. And so that's a change number. It's a change energy. And it's also a 10, I think, right? Which a 1. I'm not good at math, so you guys are open to correct me. But my point is, we are in a powerful day. Okay, this is what I would say is a gate key. And on top of that, it's a dragon key because of the type of double numbers or master numbers that are coming in. All right. Okay, so let me get to some of your questions. First and foremost, Jeanette, I'm just going to take care of yours because you got it into the comments here. What guidance do the angels offer to humanity to manifest more love, compassion, and peace? Okay, so what I'm going to ask is what the seraphim as the dragon tribes, let's see what they have to say about this, first and foremost. All right, really quickly, right away I got that in order to manifest anything, you have to be grounded in your body. You have to be in this reality. So if you tend to be one of those high frequency people, right, and you're always up in the clouds, head in the clouds, daydreaming, connecting to your angels or connecting to your guidance or just very lightheaded, kind of going through life, and you're not grounded in your body, okay, you got to get in your body first and foremost. So dragon energy is very important for that. It's very good to get into your body with. It's very powerful for that. You can run really like that really intentional energy into your body and see what that feels like to help you ground in. But it's imperative also that you're not in static. What do I mean by static? Chaos, confusion, fear, anxiety. If you want to manifest anything for humanity, including love and compassion and peace, you must be in your body and you must be holding peace and contentment in yourself first. Because you can't serve anybody. If your cup's empty, it can't quench anyone's thirst, right? As the saying goes. So you do it for yourself first. You want to see it in humanity, you start right here. You get into your heart, you find that place of peace inside you, you visualize those things that bring you peace, hug a pet, hug a stuffed animal, whatever brings you comfort, breathe, get into your breath. Ground, okay? So you can see my frequency just grounded in even more. Because whenever I get in here, I'm always like so excited. So I'm always like, really high. So already just sharing in that question, thank you, Jeanette, for your question. It's reminding me to ground into my own body, right? So that's first and foremost for anything you want to manifest. Honor your own currency, all right? Your currency, your value is your consciousness and your frequency. Your frequency is built on your emotions, right? How your emotions are running, and your emotions are going to be driven a lot around what you think and expose your mind to. So they all kind of work together. So you're responsible ultimately for moving your own temple or template, your body temple, into a place of calmness, serenity, no matter what is coming at you externally, whatever conditions surround you, hold and keep the light that is your birthright. Hold and keep your frequency high and know that you are loved, first and foremost. You are lovable on every level, no matter what. I don't care what format you're in, what you look like, it doesn't matter. It's like you are lovable, okay? You are loved. And it's really important for us to remember the love that we are. If we want to bring love into the world, we have to love ourselves first. If we are still beating ourselves up, having guilt and shame, self-deprecation of any kind, okay? Just judging ourselves on any level, all we're going to experience is the reflection of that in the world that we experience, okay? We're going to see judgment. We're going to witness a lot of judgment. And that's what we're witnessing right now. We have a very divided planet right now. So in order to bring more unity and more love and grace to everyone, we have to start within ourselves. And that is all you are accountable for, truly. And the beauty of that is when you work on your own system, let's call it, I call it your halo, okay, but let's just say your system, you will then affect, like a butterfly effect, you will ripple out and affect many, all right, hundreds of thousands sometimes, depending on how high your frequency, or AQ is, as I call it. Okay, so that is the first thing. To manifest more is to random act of kindness out yourself. That's what they're saying. Just put out random acts of kindness. Let somebody go in front of you at the supermarket, if you will, right? Assist people, just do what you can to send a person a card, because normally everybody just does stuff on Facebook and Twitter and stuff. Take that extra moment to maybe mail something. Mail out Christmas cards or holiday cards or Hanukkah cards, whatever you mail out normally this year, instead of just sending an electronic version. Get back to some of these things that are action oriented, that have more gravity to them, have more density to them. Take a little bit more energy out of you, because there's more meaning to that. And when there's more meaning to that, and when it matters to you more, and you're putting your energy into it, they're telling me, you will then have things demonstrate in your life the same, and then in the world. Okay, so this is just some of the ideas. Jeanette, thank you for that question. I hope that helps. But really, it's practicing anything you want to see in the world, it's practicing it in yourself first and foremost, always, okay? Hi, Rachel. Welcome, sweetheart. Nice to see you here. So fundamentally, what I also know is that everything that I teach you guys, whether I call it an angel or a dragon, these are archetypes. The reason I teach the archetypes of these concepts is I could just say energy. I could just say frequency. But I like to bring a little fun and flavor to it. And I also like to look at images in our mind. A powerful image is really important. When we think of an angel, just universally, we're going to think of something that feels loving and kind, because that is what's been essentially put in the consciousness for eons, right? When we think of a dragon, we're going to think of something really powerful, right? So what we've done is demonize dragons also. I want to say this for those of you who might be more religious, just know there's been a lot of things that have been demonized that have actually been those areas that give us the greatest power. And right now we have to reclaim our power. Right now, more than ever before, we have to claim our sovereignty and our freedom. And we have many people who go to the streets to do that. There's many people who do this on an energetic level. I would be one of those. And we hold a frequency of intention, of sovereignty for this planet to finally be free of the chaos, the confusion, the lies, and the terror that have been running rampant through corrupt systems. We are dismantling that now, okay? But we are all doing it individually in our homes, making peace with the people in our lives. This includes your family members, because sometimes your family members are your greatest teachers, and they will trigger you because they know where the buttons are installed, okay? So we get to really practice. Those are the greatest opportunities we have to practice our neutrality, which means holding our peace, having compassion, but not diving into the nightmare with others. Taking the drama back, not getting addicted to it, okay? So these are just some of the things that I want to share, so that no matter how you find me and where you're finding me from, there's something for you here, all right? I'm not here to be religious about this. This isn't my makeup. I just put things in a framework of angelic science, to be honest. But I'm open to understand that we have absolutely benevolent beings that surround us, but we also have a universe that is conspiring always for our highest good and love. And it's in time for us to accept that. That is the biggest challenge right now, I think, for most people, is to accept that, because there's been so much trauma for people over many years, let's face it, many lifetimes, many generations, and we're healing so many levels of those generations right now. So I just want to say thank you for those of you joining now. Hi, Chris. Hi, Diane. Hi, everybody. Let's get to some of the questions that came in through the angelhood. I want to say this, for those of you who don't know about the angelhood is like a Facebook without the drama, without the trolling, without the fighting. It is a beautiful space, and I really want to invite you guys to consider joining it, because you can share what's on your heart and mind, but consider it a space of sanctuary. So it's, what did you find that day that uplifted you? And maybe it's a photo, maybe you want to put up a video you found on YouTube that had something that was, you know, compelling, or something artistic. We have a lot of artists in the angelhood that share their art. It's a beautiful place to find community that is not about politics. It's not about divisiveness. It is about unity. It is about love and support. It is, of course, about spirituality and meditation, and finding connection to what you truly are, which is fundamentally what I would say source, or God, or love, or universal creation made manifest into form. You are a light, soul, spiritual being having a human experience, right? So that is the place for you to find others of like mind, if that's of interest. So I just wanted to remind you, if you're just joining us, and in case you pop out, that that place does exist, because it is a new place. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Ron asks, what can we do to help others to see the true path we are all on, or should we just let them be? Okay, this is a good question. Ooh, all right. So just a couple weeks ago, I was doing some grid work. Grid work means I was working on more of a planetary level, and other levels. And one of the things we cleared was the Joan of Arc template and the Templar template. And I want to talk about these two templates because they're very important right now to what we're finding ourselves in. The Joan of Arc template is the savior complex, a little bit, all right? It's for those of us who we got to save the world. We're here to save the world. We want to save the animals. We want to save the planet. We want to save people. We want to wake them up. They don't know what they're doing. I get it. Everybody's here to offer their 2 cents in how they can help and assist and give their opinions on things. I would just say, first and foremost, you have to consider your audience. A girlfriend of mine always reminds me of this. Do they want to be saved? Do they want to be helped? Or do they want to be awakened? Or do they want to be assisted? Are they asking you for advice? Or are you just giving it to them, right? So always make sure people are seeking before you just offer, is my first thing, okay? The true path. This is an interesting thing, Ron. Everybody has their own true path. There is no one path. There is no one right way to do this thing called life. By design, we live on a planet that is multidimensional, what I like to say multifaceted, and as it becomes more of what I call the diamond earth version, which means not just the 3D, very dense, we go to work, we come home, we're just on this constant, hamster wheel until we die. You know what I mean? Like that program is over. I think what's been beautiful about this year is so many people have tapped into their artistry. They've had time to really demonstrate what they really love, and they've quit jobs because their jobs went away anyway, maybe, and they found new entrepreneurial avenues. There's been a lot of good news out of this year, a lot of awakening automatically out of this year that most people don't give the year credit for because they're so much programmed with the density and the drama. But I want to say I've seen a lot of good things come out of this because people have found freedom. They've been able to work from home. They've had just different experiences. Now, coming back to what we call the true path, I would say the only path, there is only one path to your highest state, and that is love. And that means loving yourself and loving everyone around you, no matter where they're at, because they're going to be at different degrees of consciousness. It just is what it is. Life is going to always find you in all states of consciousness, okay? So you're going to have people in pain. You're going to have people in trauma around their work, or just kvetching or drama or complaining or whatever, there's going to be people like that that come into your life. And I also want to say this. What I'm getting is, don't judge it. Don't judge yourself about it and beat yourself up of like, oh, my vibration must be down because I'm attracting all these drama queens, right? No. It just means that you have more bandwidth to handle that drama, and it's coming to you saying, hey, can you help a sister or brother out by getting me out of this mess in this moment, by knowing the truth of who I am when I have completely forgotten who I am. I've forgotten my truth. So the truth really is just that peace, that serenity, that love. So when anything's coming at you, it's really important, in my opinion, and I can only share my opinion from my angel angle, is to choose wisely how you engage it. If you want to get triggered and jump in and kind of feed the energy of it, you know, you're spending your bank account, your currency, you're just throwing dollar bills like at something that's not so great for you. And my advice to you is don't spend that much, right? You know, spend some time, but don't get enraptured and entangled in things if they're going to lower your frequency to such a degree that now you no longer affect 100,000 people because you're holding a pillar of light. Now you can only affect like 3,000 people because you've just given a whole bunch of your energy to this one person. So you have to choose wisely about how you balance and share the frequency that you are. If you have a high frequency, if you tend to be one of these people that knows that does your work, that does your meditations, that goes on your walks, that has life balance, that's not the workaholic burning yourself out with adrenal fatigue, but you actually have a good, solid life and things are good and you can serve, at that point, when you are in that position where you got your stuff together so that you can serve, you still always want to be aware of how you're spending your energy, because you don't want to burn it out, right? Now, to let them be though, right? Because you're saying, or should we just let them be? What I would say is ask within. Is this something for me to engage in? Yes or no? Now you can use a pendulum, you could use kinesiology or muscle testing, you could just be clairvoyant or claircognizant enough to tune in, get quiet and still, and let the question or let the answer come in, right? Everyone's different. So it's a pick and choose kind of thing, Ron. You can't just, like, maybe it wouldn't be just for everything, like all one thing, right? It's just, you're going to know. Some people are really needing your help and you're going to do what you can to help them, but also not to the point where you're the savior, carrying the weight of the world, burning yourself out to your detriment, I guess is the best advice that I have for you tonight for that. So what you can do to help others to see the true path that you are on is to just be that. Be it. Be the love. Be the light. They will witness you. And in witnessing you, they will start asking, what are you doing? Why are you so happy? How are you so calm? Why are you in such peace when everybody else is freaking out? I want more of what you're having, right? That whole When Harry Met Sally thing. So that's my best advice on that one. Okay. Thank you for asking. So Amy asks, do the angels have any suggestions for how to handle a teenager that isn't motivated? My son is doing online virtual school right now. He attends class, but he isn't doing any of his homework. I find this to be very difficult for me as a parent during these times because I don't really believe in the school system anymore. Yeah, I understand. And school systems, you know, this is the thing for a lot of these kids is they need connection. First thing I would say, Amy, is practice hugging your child more, create connection. Make sure you're giving him the connection he's not getting from just engaging more socially. Okay, so that's the first thing. I don't care if he doesn't like it. I'm just saying it's important. Oh, and the reason for that, given that I am the hug angel, is it's a harmonic exchange, heart to heart. There's a magnetic field exchange that happens from love going into him. So it's just a good way to support. Now, getting back to your question, what I'm finding is positive reinforcement and a little bit of negotiating goes a long way right now with these kind of times that we're in. So if there's something that he likes to do, that is, let's say, taking him away from the schoolwork. Let's say a video game or something as an example. And I'm not saying this is your son, but let's just say it is, or somebody watching will get this benefit. There needs to be a, if they're having something they enjoy, whatever it is they enjoy, video games, which again, I'm not a proponent for them, but let's just say we're in reality and that's what it is. Or they want to go outside and play basketball, or they want whatever it is they want to do. Again, they'll have more time doing that if they do this. So if he's not doing any of his homework, then he doesn't get to play any of his video games or go outside and play basketball, whatever it is that he likes to do, right? So it's kind of like it's a negotiation right now, because these kids they are very powerful in their own right. They're very stubborn. They're a little bit rebellious. They're picking up on the rebellion around the planet right now. So that's just fueling their inner rebellion. And they're very depressed because the crown of thorns, as I call the corona, the crown of thorns. The reason I call it that is it has a consciousness piercing energy. So you can kind of think of like thorns hitting what I call your halo or your energy. So because of it, what this is it's a very depressive energy. It's like a wet blanket over everybody. And it's just pushing everything down, making everybody tired, making everybody just less energetic as a rule. Okay. And I'm saying more earlier this year than now, but even now with the resurgence of things, of the consciousness of it. So I'm just going to tune in for a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding that your energy's taxed. You're a little bit drained on the adrenal side as well. Adrenal fatigue is running rampant right now from the stress of this year. So just be aware, you might take some adrenal supplementation. I'm getting. With the frustration of him, what I'm getting is, again, it's a negotiation thing. It's like, you don't want to fight with him. You just want to make really dragon level rules. Okay. Like stern, like this is what it is. I know you don't like it. There's things I don't like either. I know you want to go do this, but until this is done, that's not happening. And you got to hold in your conviction. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. But the school systems right now are getting a complete rehaul because they don't work for our kids. They're not the right kind of school systems for them anymore. They want to put a program that's universal to all types of children. And these children have different sensitivities. These children have different skill sets. Some of them are massively talented artists and communicators, and they have high social IQ, high emotional IQ, but they might not have the highest, standard IQ, intellect, or they're super highly intellect and they're not motivated by reading the history of things and so forth. The reason for that is because those history systems that we program into them, they don't really serve them. Okay, it's like a going backwards. So we want to go forward now. So a lot of our stuff is going to have to get dismantled and changed, and our school systems are going to be changing. I do find that a lot of the things that they're teaching just aren't relevant to what the children need nowadays. What the children really need are learning how to do some of the technology stuff, because we're moving in a more technologically driven society. That's where they're going to have more success, and that's why a lot of them are coming in with those skill sets. We can judge it. It is what it is. It's where we're going as a planet, and the best thing to do is counter-effect those types of technologies with the other AI that I call Angelic, and that means balance it out with getting into nature and things like that. So it's going to be up to us to do that. He does need to get out into nature more. As a rule, that's just his makeup. So screens are difficult for him because he wants to connect to what I call the diamond earth grid, which is what is going up in frequency. He is a high frequency being. So any kind of computers and Xboxes and all these things are designed to lock our kids down into denser energies. These are going to start to have to shift. We're just not there yet. All right. So we're kind of in the bridge time, and I know it's difficult. I wish I had better answers for you other than just reward systems are going to help. Give him those things he loves, encouragement, from a positive reinforcement. Negotiating some of those reinforcements is what I'm feeling would be the best bet there. Okay. Just want to remind everybody in the chat room, if you have any Q&Angels, any questions for the angels, please feel free to ask on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, I might be able to get them too, just because I did see some Facebook people make some comments, so you can ask them as well there. Okay. All right, so a question I got from Twitter. As a Reiki practitioner, how can I protect my own energy field when doing Reiki? I'm an empath, and often after a treatment, I will have a phantom pain. Ah, yes, this is very common for healers. Okay, so let me just take a sip of water. Water and hydration is super important when you are working with Reiki or any other kind of energy. I would like to say I was a Reiki practitioner and then it got upgraded. So you're probably upgraded too by now, which means you are working at different energy levels than just Reiki. And because you are an empath, it's important to create a boundary. All right. So what I do is I create something called a halo. Halo stands for Harmonic Assembled Light Organization, or holographically assembled light organization. And what that means is you have every right to allow something into your field and not allow it into your field. And a beautiful woman once said to me, she said, when you visualize this bubble around you, you can visualize a zipper that you're opening to allow somebody in, or you're keeping it zipped up and you're not letting them in, okay? And you literally have to pull them into your field to let them into your field. So you might have to have a very specific kind of exercise like that, where you have a visualization of a field shield or a bubble around you, right? What I usually use is the frequencies of platinum and titanium commingled like a mesh. And the reason for that is platinum represents one of the sovereign light streams of freedom, okay? These are the dragon seraphim, if you will, frequencies. Platinum is the immortal liberator, and it is the sacred or sovereign feminine, all right? And titanium would be the sovereign masculine, which is the sovereign power. And this is a power that is not abused. It is not the type of power that you would think of from a place of ego-driven power. It is literally a force or an energy of power that's like surging into your body, all right? So this titanium platinum frequency you can see is kind of the outskirts of your halo, of your bubble. And you just have to command with conviction, sweetheart, into that halo what it is you want to place there. All right, so it's ready to receive what you want to command into it. I kind of liken it to programming your computer. All right, so you're just going to speak into it and just say, I activate and invoke the platinum titanium shield. And that just means you're putting up this field shield, okay? Now, if you want to get really fancy, you can also see a violet flame running in the field shield, meaning along the currents of that mesh. It's like a metallic energy. So you can see kind of sparks of violet. And that's going to transmute, all right? That's going to just clear, cleanse, and purify anything that wants to kind of try to hit or come in. It's like a bug zapper, all right? Now, if you feel that something, or you pick up anything in your body, all right, like meaning something got through somehow, because maybe you let your frequency dip because you got hit with some type of bad news, or you just had somebody said something and it just hit you the wrong way and it triggered a memory of you and you just got vulnerable in a split second, something got in. That can happen sometimes to the best of us. Then what you would do is you would run a violet light down the core channel of you. So you would say that all of your arcs or energy centers are going to light up with a violet frequency. And I want you to just see it like you're a bug zapper. You're just pulsing it out of your body, like through all levels of your body to the outskirts of your energy field or your halo. And that will clean the system or clear the system. If you want to even more so reinforce, the other element you can do is run the diamond light. And the diamond light, again, is that highest frequency that we're running on the planet today that is here to elevate us. And you can ask the diamond angels, I call them, to come in and essentially run a clearing program, or come in and just invoke them to come and sit into your system and clear your system. All right. So these are just some of the quick fixes I can offer you. What I would also say is go to angelicacademy.com. You can sign up on the website. I'm going to just put this up and get a free diamond meditation. And this will run violet, it'll run ultraviolet, violet, and diamond. And this is a really good cleansing agent for all healers, all empaths, all sensitives. Just to run this meditation a few times a week is really helpful to just keep your system clear. All right. I will be running, and that's at angelicacademy.com. I will be also starting up a healing halo on November 30th. So if you are a healer or you're just needing some healing and you want some support, you know, I often say I heal the healers, right? I give support to those who are healers. You're welcome to join that group. It's a group healing event, and I will be doing a lot of alchemy, sovereign light alchemy in that group to assist, and harmonic alignment to assist people in that process. So you're welcome to come and join us inside that as well. So thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's see. What else is coming in? All right, so what I want to do is kind of share with you what I'm getting right now, what's going on regarding these timelines, okay? We have how we work as we plug into consciousness is you can jump timelines in a matter of moments, all right? And a lot of people will talk about going from 3D or third density or third dimension to 5D, for instance, all right? Now from 3 to 5, there is the fourth in between that. And the fourth represents the space-time continuum. Now, the fourth is also kind of like a jungle a little bit. It's a little like Grand Central Station, and it just gets a little chaotic. And so I like to say, just bypass that if you can. But sometimes we get caught up in that. So when you are running these frequencies and you are learning about frequency, because this is not something taught in school, this is not even something taught through most standard spiritual teachings. It's going to be more of the high mystic teachings. It's going to be the ones who have studied mysticism. They've gone into deeper mystery schools. And for me, what I've done is I've kind of, similar to what the Essenes did, I kind of took the best of everything and coagulated it into one program that isn't about any one belief system. It's just what works, what's practical, and what's applicable. We can run a lot of consciousness for a long time. We can get caught up in the mental for a long time and just keep trying to fix ourselves from that mental place forever, and we will never get anywhere. And the reason for that is because there's a lot running in the subconscious, there's a lot running in the body, but fundamentally everything starts as frequency first. And I know for those of you in the Angelhood and those of you in my programs, you know I always say put the frequency first around the house on Post-its just to remind you that you are frequency first. You want to dismantle anything in your life that you don't like, go to its frequency core. Doesn't matter why it got there. You can analyze it. You can keep looking at all the reasons why your dad did this, your mom did that, your sister, your brother, your whatever. You can blame and shame, and I mean, you can do all that. I don't recommend it. You're going to spend a lot of your currency on things. I don't know why the angels are using that. It's very strange, I know. But anyway, that's just, I'm seeing dollar bills going on. I'm like, really? But that's strip clubs. Like, how does that work? They're like, it just, people know what that means. It'll stick. I'm like, okay. So again, sense of humor. Hi. Okay. Anyway. So getting back to when we know we can work on it from the frequency level first, it simplifies things. It just does. So frequency, again, was one of the main things that came through for me when I started waking up to these realities, because I didn't have the third eye vision and see things. I had other people around me who did, so they would validate things I was getting, but I didn't have that kind of level of third eye openness that a lot of people have, where I had the validation immediately. And the reason for that was, for me, my core frequency had to come in as faith. So I hold the faith frequency. And I hold the faith frequency with really strong confidence and conviction, because I've had so much validation in my life that it works to do so. And that's part of my makeup. And so because of that, I offer it for others to borrow, I guess you could say, when they don't have it. So a lot of people come to me when they're feeling low, when they don't know what's going to happen, when they're scared, when they're confused. And I said, Stephanie, what's going to happen? and I give them guidance, and I give them some faith, and I'm like, everything's going to be okay. We're going to be great. Just, we have to clear out a lot of stuff right now. You know, people are stubborn. As a rule, they don't like change, humans, right? So when things start coming in with like the little hammers, the little pinprick to try to get people to move, they're like, yeah, I don't want to, leave me alone, right? Then comes a little bigger hammer, and then the sledgehammer, and then the wrecking ball. So this is the year of wrecking balls for a lot of people. It just is. You know, people are getting hit with a lot of things right now because they ignored the memos, or they just didn't want to deal with it, or they thought, I don't have the money for it, or I don't have this, the energy, time, whatever. They made excuses. We'll call them the procrastinators, right? And for those of you who've been on this journey with me since the beginning of the year, I got the push last year, 2019 November, to put together a summit, right? Angelic Summit. And those of you who were part of that, you remember this maybe. It was an 8-day event, 3 people a day, me interviewing them, me doing my own stuff. It was intense, let alone, maybe I would even call it insane. And I remember when I was writing up the sales page for that and putting it together, and the angels, you know, my guides were saying, there's a wave coming. Can you feel it? And I was like, yeah, it's palpable. And the wave was, of course, everything we've gone through this year. And I remember thinking, oh, I'll do the summit in like March. And I remember them saying, it will be too late. Do it in January. And so we started it January 11th. And we went on a journey. And it was preparing us for what was coming for this year. Because this year, as you know, now looking back on it, has been really chaotic. And devastating for many, right? So then we did Diamond Dream Alchemy, which was a 72-day journey, alchemical journey. And that was very much designed for us to get our frequency up as high as we could and prepare us for massive changes coming in. And these massive changes are still coming in. And they roll in kind of with frequency a little bit. But there will be some massive hits, if you will, right? Things that are going to come in and get our attention still. And they're not designed to scare us or hurt us. They are designed to just wake us up. And we have to wake up now. We have to get out of the nightmare and step into the dream. So you are dreaming awake a new reality. Each and every one of you, you are a living dream key. And as dream keys, it is important to be mindful of what you think, what you speak, and what you take action on, where you stand. What do you stand for? And where do you fall on the morality scale? That will determine your immortality variant, meaning how long your life will be, your longevity in a way, right? If you tend to run low morality, low integrity, your lifespan will be shortened. It affects your telomeres in your DNA, all right? So just giving you some advice that you might polish that up and refine that a bit. Most of what we're doing this year is refinement of our light. We've been given a lot of information over the past 5 to 10 years, a lot of us. This is the year you get to polish the gem that you are. I like to say, this is you, right? A 24-sided Vogel, okay? And you're polishing and getting clearer, okay? So just know that a lot of us are going through this right now, and you're going to do it with your family mostly, because they are going to be the ones that you are stickiest with. They're the ones that are in partnership with you the most. They're the ones that are in contract with you the most to assist you in really getting out your deepest, darkest shadow stuff that you're really ready to let go of, that clutter in the closet, that corner in the room that has the dust bunnies that you need to clean out in your own self, right? It's time to do some heavy cleaning. So when we're stepping into this next week here in the States, especially, we're going into a field of gratitude. And Thanksgiving represents a time where we get to reflect on what we're grateful for. And I invite each and every one of you to really look at that. Look at what is it that you are grateful for, despite everything that's happened this year. And I know some of you have had deep losses, whether they be financial, whether they be personal. I know it hasn't been easy. And what I'm going to say is, you're still here, and there's a reason you're still here, because you matter. And you're in matter because you matter, right? So when you're in matter, just be the best matter you can be. Bring the highest vibration of love that you can. And know that as we are stepping into 2021, it is a big year of change. All right. There's still more change on the horizon. I remember I was doing a live earlier this year, celebrating the completion of Diamond Dream Alchemy. It was a 72-day journey, and you're still welcome to take it. It's a quantum journey, so you can take it anytime. But we celebrated the completion of that, and I remember I was doing the banner for it, and kind of they have me do a lot of designing of my own graphics because there's medicine and my energy to put through them. And I was designing it out, and it said "Party like it's 2022," and I went, "Really? What about 2021?" They're like, "You're really going to feel better in 2022." I went, "Oh, all right." So I'm just letting you guys know that it's going to be a minute. Okay, we got some cleanup to do. We have some things that are going to come in the next few weeks, especially between now and the end of the year. And just be prepared for anything, and don't let anything surprise you, and don't panic. For those out there buying all sorts of toilet paper again, I'm like, really? Okay, we're good. You don't need to worry. We're okay. But all right, I want to get into a meditation now, and it's going to be called, they told me, the Diamond Dragon Bridge meditation. What I do as a living light stream is I'm in it with you. I have no idea what this is until I'm in it, until I take us into it. It is like a quantum leap journey, and I essentially, what I do as an alchemist of energy is I bring you through my heart and through my instrument into the timelessness, into the 0 point, into a field that I call the sovereign state. This is where you're truly free of any hooks, any energies that are in your field. It's like you just go into the bliss state, okay? But because we are in this timeline scramble right now, and I want to get back to just explaining that, everything you put your consciousness to, you are deciding in that moment what timeline you're in. Are you in a high frequency timeline or a low frequency timeline? If you're throwing F-bombs at people or judging people and don't like them because they're this political affiliation, or don't like them, whatever you're putting out there, if you're putting out judgment of any kind, you are still running the old track, the old timeline. We'll call it the 3D, okay? If you're arguing and having ego battles with people and trying to prove your point and trying to be right and trying to make people believe the way you believe, you're still running the 3D. If you're coming from a place of, I'm a victim, I feel bad about things, I'm in guilt about things, I can't let go of that stuff, you're still running the 3D. Okay? So you got some work to do, and that's okay. A lot of people do. There's no judgment in it. It's just I'm letting you know that's where you're at. 5D, what does 5D feel like? Fifth dimension, or fifth density, what we would call the diamond stream, or the diamond frequency fields, okay? These diamond fields are malleable energetics that in spontaneous kind of fashion coagulate, come together, and assemble so quickly, milliseconds. Like you can't even see it happen, but it's happening so quickly that it's almost like as you're walking, there's a bridge being built as you're walking, right? It's that idea. It's being assembled as you are vibrating, as you are thinking and feeling and emotionally resonating out through your heart, through who you are. What does that feel like? That feels like happiness. That feels like joy and love. That feels like, oh my God, synchronicities are happening all around me. I had this happen. I saw these numbers. If you guys see a lot of numbers on clocks and license plates, and you keep seeing double numbers and triple numbers and more, that is when you are operating at those frequencies. That's direct signals back to you of saying, hold your light. Be a light keeper, okay, a light holder, and reminding you of your frequency. It's all signals coming back to you. You're in 5D, you're in 5D, you're in 5D, and you're 5D, 5, 5, 5, 5, okay? I prefer to call it just diamond earth signals, okay? But I use 5D because it's just easy, because everybody kind of knows that. What I want to say about that, though, is it's way more than 5, okay? And it's 5 and up, if you will. And so you can be like 5, 8, 9, 12, 5, 4, you know what I mean? And you can kind of be bouncing through these frequencies. Everything's frequency. So what you want is to find that frequency group that feels good to you and do your best to hold that. And if that means going outside and walking on the beach or walking in a forest and communing with the nature, that is where you're going to find these frequencies the most. It's not going to be holed up in your house. It's not going to be driving around your car or being on the telephone or being on a screen of any kind, all right? You're going to connect the most to the truth of who you are, the core resonance of who you are when you're in nature. You will have the least amount of interference, okay? There's a reason that we are being kept in quarantine. This whole planet has been in quarantine for millennia. We are liberating the quarantine, but we are still having to adjust to that liberation in a sense. So it's a process of kind of a stepping in and stepping out. It's the wave. It's like we're out, okay, and out we're back in again, right? Well, we can blame it on a virus, but I don't want to blame it on the virus because I want to say it's us doing this to ourselves. We're never a victim. We are creating this always. So we clearly have to still look at ourselves and say, are we ready for freedom? We've been wanting it. What if it's here? But are we ready for it? And that's the biggest question that I would like to ask everybody as we pose this. Just kind of take that in for a minute. Am I really ready to be free? Ask yourself that. That is the question to ask your angels. And your angels are you, right? These are your higher streams of consciousness that are always transmitting to you in every moment. And it's just up to you to tune in and get the message. So that is my question. Are you ready for freedom? Are you ready for true sovereignty? Really ready? I would say that if I tune into the collective, about 80% are still running codependency patterns, people-pleasing patterns, proving their worth to others. Maybe this person will love me if I do all these things. And codependency is a very deep program that most people have. So I would say that we're not quite there yet as a collective. But that doesn't mean you're not. But just check in and see. And then check in and see, she mentioned codependency. Maybe that's something I need to look at. Because a lot of people do have that. And that's what's up for many to clear. It's a big one. Okay. How are we feeling? I want to just hear from some of my core members in the Angelhood, Angelic Academy. If you can, put up a frequency. Where are you at so far? How have you guys been responding to this? What's this resonating at for you? We're at a nice 22 in the room that I can see, at least, maybe more. Stav, where's your frequency at? Where's your AQ? Angelic quotient. And we do this, guys, for those of you who are new, 1 through 10, 10 being the highest frequency you can. Sometimes people put up 11, right? But what number are you? I want to kind of take a temperature of the room. And the reason I do this is because we'll start where you're at now, and I'll see how much did we already get you to like high frequency already, and then we'll just take that into the meditation portion, which is new for Q&Angels, because normally I don't do meditations always, but I wanted to do this because, again, we were inspired as a Dragon Day to get that on. So Jeanette's coming in with a 10. Thank you, Jeanette. And we got Ron with a 10. And C. Garing, I don't know what your first name is, C. That's a 9. That's awesome. Beautiful. And I'm sure there's others, and I'm not sure how the technologies work to get everybody in. But I want to just say this. It looks like we're holding some 9s and 10s, which is nice. And I would just say, oh, Stav says she's an 11, but I feel like transformational soup. Okay, that could be true. That could be true. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of energy coming through here. I want to say what we're working with crystal-wise. For those of you crystal fans out there, I want to do a shout out to my special crystal provider, Sage of Stones, the beautiful Cam. He's unbelievable. He goes by Palladian Starseed 1, I think, on Twitter. But his new hashtag is Sage of Stones. This is a violet flame opal. Beautiful piece that I just acquired. You can see this beautiful fluorite purple. It's almost like a spine coming through the flame. It is unbelievable, this piece. And oh, hi Cheryl, I didn't realize, sweetheart. So this piece, yeah, just can I just say it's powerful for me to work with this piece because it's all about Violet Flame Opal is all about connecting the crown, the third eye, and the heart. So it's perfect for us who tune in to spirit. All right, the other one I'm working with tonight, and I've been holding this most of the time, which is why you've been feeling the dragon energy, is a Septarian, which is a dragon. It's essentially one of the dragon stones. So this is my Septarian. Has some really nice, interesting colorations. I'm also working with a golden sheen obsidian sphere. So you can kind of see there's like this golden kind of swirly energy in there. Okay. So you guys are aware of what's coming through my system, therefore what you will in turn have some experience with. I'm also working with this beauty, which is a smoky citrine. Okay, so this is a really powerful piece as well. Hi, Micheline. All right, I'm also mostly working also now in this moment with something called a synergy healer. These are mined out. I don't think there's really any more that you can get, but this is a really amazing stone out of Brazil. Older than Lemurians, from what I'm told. You never know. And finally, last but not least, oh no, let me take that back. You guys already saw this, but this is what I call the diamond. It's nicknamed the diamond. It's my crystal Vogel. This is my 24-stranded Vogel that accesses diamond DNA frequency, so it helps us with the activations of that. And finally, Pi. Pi is a beautiful tektite. Some say Andara. I'm always like, you know, maybe not, we don't know, but he's a blue tektite skull, possibly Andara, and not attached to that. But what I know is when I first got it, it said my name is Pi, as in 3.14. You do the math. And so the dragon energies work very much with skulls. They're very connected to the Magdalens. I work with the Magdalene order, so it's just part of the work that I do. So these are just some of the tools that I bring in to create a vibrational frequency pattern. They carry a lot of programs crystals. I'm also working with blue lotus oil right now to open up my crown. So we're going to go into some alchemy. This is spiritual alchemy. For you guys who have never worked with me before, I'm just going to let you know, these energies are potent. Drink lots of water afterwards. Understand that this is going to transmute and transfigure potentially elements of your system that have been stuck and wanting release, wanting liberation, if you will. We will be doing, first and foremost, a calling in of the angelic orders, and that just means I call in a lot of light, a lot of ancestrals, a lot of celestial councils. And the reason I do this is to basically be able to assist whoever's going to be watching in the quantum field for them to find the pattern that most resonates with them and the frequency that most resonates with them. If there's anybody that doesn't resonate with you, just know that you are only giving permission to the frequencies that suit you. For those of you who are not clear on what an angel is and what it isn't, let me just be clear right now. It is love. That's it. And they're all variations of frequency that come from that love. So it's like a bandwidth, just you're tuning into specific versions, okay? So you should experience light, potentially. You might see visuals. You might just go out and pass out. That's totally fine. This will be recorded. You can always go back and watch it again. And you will have the ability to connect to the highest vibration of who you are if you so choose. So if you can let go and you want to experience something a little magical, I highly recommend just letting go and enjoying the ride. And thank you for flying Angel Airlines. Let's get started. Some of you know that one. All right, so I'm going to open up, first of all, the angelic sound streams. I'm going to get started with opening the gates, as I call it. Just breathing in, relaxing the body. relaxing the mind, letting go of the day, opening up the navel and contacting the dragon streams, grounding them in. Opening up the crown, reclaiming the crown of all sovereignty. So I call in the angelic light stream and activate the diamond light, the sovereign light, and the celestial councils of truth, love, and beauty to surround each and every one of us here. I call forth the seraphim, the Ophanim, the Elohim, and the cherubim to represent the highest bandwidths and councils of living light available to us now. I call forth the diamond light nations. These are the celestial councils of the highest frequencies and orders of light available to us as human beings, as celestial beings, and they are here to support us in the elevation of our consciousness, our planet, and all frequencies across the multiverse. We are ascending not only a planet, we are ascending a galaxy, and they are here to assist. I call forth Archangel Metatron to hold a halo of frequency around each individual tonight and around the collective council here as us assembled in real time. I also ask this halo to expand through the quantum field to anyone witnessing this transmission in the future or anytime. I ask Archangel Michael to step into our council here to create a state of sovereignty. I only allow for the highest consciousness of living light and ultimate love to remain within my presence and all presence here. And I ask that he assist in escorting out any static distortion or witnesses who are not needed, any decaying universal energies, any energies of interference or counter light intelligence. Feel a cleansing and a release, taking a deep breath and exhaling. We call forth Archangel Raphael to hold the emerald light stream in conjunction with Michael's sapphire light stream, so that this emerald light can assist us in healing and balancing anything that is still feeling out of harmony, in pain, in confusion, or in any derivative of fear. I ask Raphael to assist us as a consciousness of ourselves. And I call forth Archangel Gabriel to clear the channels of communication for myself and everyone receiving this transmission. I also call forth Archangel Uriel to hold the frequencies of living light to their highest vibrational possible, accessing the harmonic alignment, light optimized halo, and assisting in initiating both the platinum and titanium frequencies or field shields. I call forth Archangel Raziel to assist in being the rainbow bridge, bringing forth all bandwidths of all angelic frequencies, intelligences of source, God, goddess consciousness. And I only allow for the highest element of source consciousness, the prime creator of the soul of each individual and myself, to be present here. To assist in the transmutation and transformation of our consciousness as love. And through the authority invested in me, I anchor this archangelic chamber of light around each and every one of us now as a vehicle of transformation. And I open up the Christ gate or the diamond phoenix. I ask this gate to be open at the interdimensional levels to access Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and Grandmother Hannah to represent the Nazarene or the Essene orders of mystics who are here to assist those who hold the Christ consciousness. I also call forth Moses and Abraham to hold our ancient lineage of light. And I also call forth all the ancestrals, the ancestors and the ascended masters of every belief system, so that everyone who is here in whatever religion they align to feels represented. This includes Kuan Yin and Saint Germain, Mohammed, Buddha, Krishna, any and all beings of light, the authentic light, are welcome here. Breathing in, just settling in. We are creating a bridge of unity tonight. And as the dragon orders, the diamond dragons assemble around us as sentinels. They are clearing the space. They are swirling around you now. They're clearing away any entanglements with any belief systems that no longer serve you. And as we anchor this light, we are anchoring it into a beautiful violet light stream. And I ask Archangel Zachiel and Lady Amethyst to represent the twin flame energies of ultraviolet and violet. These are the flaming frequencies that everyone has available to them. You are your own twin, truly. And so what I know is your higher self is here, assisting you in loving yourself even more. So as this frequency comes in and this violet light is beneath you, we call it the amethyst light stream. Know that it is there for you to dismantle and discard anything that you want to let go of. If anything comes up for you, it is there as a receptacle of frequency, multiple dimensional nature, so that you can let go of what no longer serves you. Let go of the extra weight that no longer serves you. Let go of all the densities of consciousness that no longer serve you. And you can see things falling off your system like stones into a stream, or leaves floating upon it and floating away. However you want to let it go. Maybe there's feathers falling onto the stream, letting them go. All of it falling away. Release. Let it go. And let more love in. So just breathing into your heart now, taking a moment to close your eyes if you haven't done so already, and focus on the center of your chest. This is a beautiful portal, a beautiful doorway into many versions of you. You are a key and a bridge in one. You have the door within your heart, and you are the key that opens that door. So I want you to imagine that you are standing in front of a door into the entry of your heart. And through one word called trust, the door opens and you enter into a beautiful hall. You may see it as a hall of mirrors. You may see it as a grand palace. You may see it as a humble home. But wherever this hall dwells, you are walking through a portal, a dimensional bridge into another timeline that is of your highest choosing. So what is it that you are witnessing? Pay attention to what you are seeing. Are there elements of nature? And if not, why not? Perhaps suddenly some trees in a window outside through the window appear. Or maybe there are some plants in the hallway. Right now you are in a space that is a non-space. We call this a 0-point field. And there are many doors off this hallway. And you get to choose which door you'd like to pass through. This is a form of bridge. It is like a hub. You may see it even as a circular room. However you see to choose your door, I want you to find a door that draws you to it. And when you open this door, visualize in front of you open sky. You are looking into open sky, and that is all. And the first thing that comes to mind begins to build a bridge outside of this door, just as I was describing only a few moments ago. Every thought you have starts to build brick by brick a beautiful bridge of diamonds. These diamond stones or bricks are unfolding before you. And this is a diamond bridge. And it starts to build in front of you so that you can steadily walk upon it fearlessly. And as you walk upon this bridge, and it continues to assemble in front of you, it can lead you anywhere. Where are you building your bridge to? Where do you want this bridge to take you? What reality would you like to see today? A world full of happy people, a home that is warm and safe, plenty of food, plenty of abundance around you. What reality do you choose? And know that this bridge will build it. These diamonds will come forward and build anything that you desire to visualize. So I'd like us all, as a collective, to visualize that we are walking upon this beautiful bridge of diamonds, each individually, coming from different doorways. But they're all leading to one location. And this location just looks like an island. Maybe there's ocean around this island, I would assume. Maybe there's dolphins swimming in the ocean. But we're all walking across our bridges, and we're going to meet at this island, and we are going to converge, connect, and commingle. And when we land on this island, there's beautiful green grass. Maybe there's a shoreline with some water lapping the beach, and that's all beautiful nature around us. Beautiful trees, maybe some palm trees, maybe some eucalyptus trees. You smell eucalyptus in the air. Or maybe some other kind of trees. Whatever you love is on this island of love. And there's some chairs sitting around, there's some blankets on the grass, there's just kind of a picnic set up, and it's just a place to convene and connect. And maybe you find other like-minded people or friends there coming into this space. But I want you to imagine that we are here as a council, of creators and co-creators, designing a beautiful world together. And so I want you to imagine that you're just sitting with another person, somebody you know, maybe somebody you don't know, and you guys are going to connect and create one corner of this planet, something that is yours, something that excites you, something that you're passionate about, something that's important to you. Maybe it's getting people healthy and coming up with solutions for health. Maybe it's food, healthy food and organic foods, or growing sustainably. Maybe it's new technologies that are earth friendly. Maybe it's helping children, helping animals, whatever is your passion, making music, making art, serving and healing. You are here to collaborate and connect and unify the consciousness that is here as love, mantling and creating and architecting a new world together. And all the frequency that surrounds us, everything that is light that is around us, is capable of coming in and being part of that creation. It's hearing you, it's witnessing you. And when you hold this intention with another, when you place your dreams in a unified field with many, they manifest faster because they are amplified. So I want you to take a moment to design your ideal vision of this world we call Gaia Earth. And know that there is no vision too big, no dream too large. And I want to give you a moment or two to visualize all those things that kind of come up in the highlights of your mind as being important to you now, so you have an idea of what your focus might be, of where you can be a change angel, where you can make a difference, because it is where your passion and your love frequency lie. And it is what can be done through the consciousness that you are. So I'm going to give you a moment or two to imagine that. Just relaxing on this beautiful island in this beautiful dimension of love. Sharing, connecting, healing. And from these imaginings, from this beautiful island, from the earth beneath you, rises a beautiful crystal of light, as a gift coming back to you from her, as a seed of intention, and her recognizing your intention and giving you this gift of light. And so imagine that you take this crystal in your hand, notice its color, notice its shape, and you take it in your hand and you hold it to your heart, and you are in gratitude for the support that you received from her in this moment of recognition, the love from her coming back to you for this beautiful dream of intention. And as you just stand, and maybe you hug some goodbyes to some of your friends, and you might see light beings, you might see human beings, whatever beings you see, maybe even four-legged friends, saying your goodbyes or your so longs just for now, and turning back to your diamond bridge where you came across, and there it is, arcing over the ocean and heading back to your door. And as you walk across it, it starts to glimmer in the sunlight, beautiful rainbow spectrums. And as you look down, you notice it has a liquid surface to some degree. It is a living vehicle. And as you keep crossing over the oceans below, you may notice some dolphins or whales or other mystical beings. Again, you are in another dimension, so you can create whatever it is you desire to see and imagine. And as you reach the door, it is waiting there open for you, and you walk back into your hall, the space of the 0 point, your sanctuary within your heart. And then as soon as you just think, I am love, you are back into your body in this moment of now. I am here, I am present, I am whole, I am sovereign, I am free. And yes, you are. And now just visualize a radiant diamond frequency coming into your heart field and expanding out into your halo, into your field, all around you, supplementing you with all the energies that you require in this moment to come back into a grounded, held, calm, embodied frequency. Feel peace radiating through you. Feel love radiating through you. Feel yourself surrounded by legions of light that we call angels and dragons as they swirl and twirl around you, celebrating this day, this very important opportunity and divine appointment that you took part in to visualize the next stage of this planet and to invite in their support, their light, and their love. And as we move in these collectives of unified consciousness, we are reminded that we are loved and therefore we are loving. And so I just remind each and every one of you as you make decisions in your day-to-day, are you coming from this moment of peace and calm? Or are you coming from a frazzled state of fear and uncertainty? And my invitation is to borrow this moment, this reminder of now, and that says, I am calm. I am strong and confident. I am peace, and I am frequency first. And my frequency is faith, and my frequency is freedom. And when you know you are free, truly free, there is zero limitations, and you are capable of creating any reality you like. So my invitation is to not borrow others, let them have theirs, hold your own, visualize your own, and if you need to isolate to some degree in order to maintain your frequency, that's okay. Just make sure you don't disconnect fully. Find your spiritual partners, collaborators of light. Again, you can find us in the Angelhood. We're there to support you. Reach out to others in there, make friends. Everyone has the same intention to feel supported and learn and love. And when you are ready, just come back into this moment of now, this consciousness of here with me. I'm here waiting to give a big hug. You can ground in. You can say the word anchor. You can kind of just hold your light in and just kind of move yourself back into your body. Give yourself a hug, right? Anchor, anchor, anchor. Thank you for crossing the bridge with me today. It's an interesting guided journey. I haven't done that one before. In addition to joining our sanctuary, I want to say that you can subscribe to the newsletter. I do have the Sovereign Source through angelicacademy.com that you can join, and you do get the free meditation I mentioned earlier. And what you will also get is reminders of our upcoming Healing Halo, upcoming YouTube events like this one, and Angels 911, which is another one I do. You can also find other special events that will be coming in the coming months that will be unfolding, and different things coming in. So I do definitely want to get to know some of you and look forward to seeing you in the Angelhood. And I really hope that you take advantage of getting the free Diamond Light meditation, because it is a powerful one and it will assist you during these interesting times. I just want to check and see, where's your frequency at now, boys and girls? I mean, a lot of you came in pretty high already, but maybe some new ones, or maybe those who didn't say anything before want to share. Thank you, Jeanette, and loving gratitude for you being here. And as we move into the week of gratitude, I want to say, celebrate gratitude for yourself, that you're still here. And be grateful for all that brought you here. Be grateful for everything that has unfolded this year to open our eyes to a lot of things that we need to work on as a humanity. And we're going to get through it. We're going to get to a place of peace once again, but we do have to get rid of certain elements that no longer serve us. And that can take a little time. And I know we don't always have the most patience, especially when our frequency keeps going up, but patience is definitely important. So the best thing you can do is practice non-attachment to outcomes with that, and I know that can be easier said than done sometimes, but the best thing I can say is just manage your expectations. Things are what they are right now. And just move into this next week, wherever you are in the world, bring in the gratitude. There's a collective collaboration of Thanksgiving happening on Thursday that amplifies gratitude, because there are a lot of people in practice, and it is a form of ceremony of gratitude. So perhaps you light a candle for yourself if you're by yourself, and still practice love of self by making yourself a nice dinner if you're not going to be with family and friends, which I know many are not because of what's going on right now. So just know there's Zoom, there's other ways to connect, and you're so loved. And this is going to be a blip on the big radar in the big scheme of things. In the history of humanity, we will look back on this and go, wow, we survived some massive transformation. And all I can say is, hang on to your wings. It's going to get exciting. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all that you guys are and for what you bring into this world. And until next time, I am Stephanie Lodge, the Hug Angel, giving you a big hug. Thank you, everybody, for joining. please feel free to share this out, get this message out there if you think it'll assist anybody, if this is their cup of tea, so to speak. If you find that this information could be helpful to them, I always say, find me on social media, the Hug Angel on Twitter, on Facebook, and the rest. And just subscribe to YouTube, and just know that you're supporting this kind of work of just maintaining our frequency no matter what, maintaining our sovereignty no matter what. Somebody has to do it, right? Somebody has to stay out of the drama. So it might as well be you. All right. Love you. Thank you. And until I see you again next month, I am Stephanie Lodge and signing out and wishing you well. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy November. And I'll see you in December.